So this is the continuation of the Owens disposal. I don't know how many days I've been at this. I've had some setbacks, I've had to wait. I'm able to continue today, so I wanted to document more of what's happened. Did some debris cleanup. I was able to take one load, put one load in the truck and take it to the landfill already. I was starting to kind of choke on my own debris here, but we still have good, you know, a lot of junk here to dispose of. So this is all wood, and I've got my metal over there. I'm going to try to sell the metal. You know, the metal has value, wood doesn't. Anyway, so just wanted to, you know, have a look at what we've done so far. Got a lot of progress done, but today I'd like to get rid of this part up to this bulkhead here. If I can get rid of this part of it today, I'll consider that an accomplishment, and we'll maybe finish another day. But all that's left is the rest of this. You can get a good look at the engine there. I've got it kind of weatherproof so it can sit out in the weather and be okay. There's not much left here. There's the transmission, the drive shaft, the straps that held the fuel tank in place, the steering mechanism for the rudder, and really there's just not much else here. Some little pump and some minor electronics there. So yeah, we're coming up on the end of this thing. This has been kind of a strange journey for me, but you know, it's all about learning, and learning's okay. So that's what we're doing here. There's my trusty chainsaw. It has seen better days. There are lots of teeth missing because of this job, and I mean, this thing is taking a hell of a beating through this, because it's cutting through glass and screws and nails, and I've been all through all kinds of stuff. So I'm quite certain when I'm finished with this job, I'm just going to scrap the bar and the chain and just buy a new one, because those are going to be so wore out that they're going to be useless for anything else in the future. Anyway, so that's what we have. Again, an interesting perspective on a 28-foot boat. Still kind of breaks my heart, but this has been a interesting journey. All right, loyal watchers, I think this is probably going to end the saga of the Owens cruiser. I got a lot farther today than I thought from, well, this is the whole debris pile I generated. This is just today. So that's probably looking at 1, maybe 2 truckloads of debris just from today. But anyway, I got pretty far. I almost finished, but had to stop because the chain on the chainsaw broke. Anyway, here's what we have. Here's the engine. There's the remainder of that main bulkhead. Come to find out, it's not really a bulkhead at all. It was just a separator, I suppose. Anyway, there's still the keel there, and I wanted to save the keel until last to make sure that there was enough strength and you know, strength in the frame and all that for me to climb around it and cut on it and all that stuff. So there's the engine, and it's sitting on these stringers. I'll come around here to the other end of it. I took out the drive shaft, and the engine, the transmission fell down on the keelson, just dropped on the keelson. And I don't know if I can show this, but maybe that did it. I don't know. There's kind of a bow, because, let's see if I can get a close up. The keel was resting on, there we go, that's the keel. It's resting on this metal bar that goes across, and that was the only thing holding up the back end of the boat. Aside from the what do you call them? Bunkers. Once I cut away those, the only thing holding the back side of the boat up was that keel resting on that steel bar, beam, whatever, and that beam is, let's see if I can get a fair, it's twisted. It's not strong at all. So there's not a whole lot holding up the back end of this this rig as it is right now. I kept a little bit of the side parts where they go up against the bunker. Gee, I'm having trouble speaking today, because I wanted to keep the sideways motion of the engine. Wanted to try to keep as much of that rigidity as I could, because once I started cutting it, I started realizing, the closer to the engine I got, I started realizing how weak this whole thing really was, because all this is all rotten. I mean, this is even still wet, and we haven't had rain here in a long time. Anyway, so that's what we got. I think my course of action here, I have these bunkers that kind of meet up with the stringers, but they only overlap, I don't know if you can see this, about that far. So that's the only thing really keeping the front end of the boat up, except for the keel. So once I cut the keel, which I'll do, I don't know, maybe about here, get the whole remainder of that keel out of the picture, I think what I'll probably do is just jack up this whole thing, whoops, raise the whole thing up off the trailer and just back the trailer under a little bit to effectively move the engine and the center of gravity forward and onto these bunkers, which are secured by pretty feeble looking beams, but they look stronger than that thing in the back. There are no cross members of this trailer that are strong. I mean, this one, I'm looking straight down and you can see that it's bent, twisted, whatever, so there's no strength in there. There's these kind of cheesy ones that don't have any strength at all. Well, there's the axles themselves. There's this one, which is pretty sad, but it looks stronger than the other one. And then there's this one, which looks pretty sad too. I mean, this thing, I'm surprised this thing stayed together. Now that I got a really close look at it, I'm scared that I was standing up on top of that thing. Anyway, so that's what I got. Let me go around front. I have quite a mess. Let me get a look around the other side here. I mean, there's not a whole lot to see, but since I'm videoing, this is the tarp that I had it covered with, and there's shattered glass all through here. I tried real hard not to shatter the glass, but I made a huge mess that I'll have to clean up. So anyway, here's the view from the other side. There's a bit of glare here. So that's it, man. That's the Owens. Kind of sad, but now I can't wait to finish it up and get it out of my face. Thanks for watching.